The words hung heavy in the air, silencing the clink of silverware and halting every conversation in the restaurant. 50 pairs of eyes darted between Gregory, my husband of 28 years, champagne glass still raised, and me, waiting for the drama they expected. Tears, shouting, a scene. But I only smiled. "Congratulations on your honesty," I said, my voice steady. "My name is Bianca Caldwell. I am 54 years old, and until this moment I had played the devoted wife and mother perfectly. For decades, I put my career on hold to support Gregory. 3 business ventures, 2 career changes, countless phases of finding himself. I raised our brilliant daughter, Amelia, who now sat beside me in her graduation cap, frozen in shock. In the corner, Cassandra Wells, Gregory's much younger girlfriend, shifted uncomfortably, surrounded by friends I'd trusted for years. The same friends who apparently knew. The same Cassandra who'd attended our Christmas parties, who once called me for career advice. With practiced calm, I reached into my handbag and placed a sealed envelope beside Gregory's plate. "What's this?" he asked, his triumph faltering. "Something for you to read later," I replied evenly, then turned to Amelia. I kissed her cheek. "I'm so proud of you, sweetheart. This day is still about you." I stood, smoothed my dress, and addressed the room. "Please enjoy your meal. I wish you all a lovely afternoon." I walked out, head high, feeling every eye on me. As the door shut and the Augusta summer heat hit my face, I breathed freely for the first time in years. Behind me, Gregory's frantic voice echoed, but I kept walking, a small smile forming. The envelope I'd given him was the beginning of my revenge, meticulously planned for months. I had always been the practical one, the stable one, the one who saved for Amelia's education when Gregory invested unwisely, the one who worked extra hours when he quit his stable job to find his passion. My own dreams, opening a financial consultancy for women, were always deferred. After Amelia graduates, after Gregory finds stability, 3 months ago, I noticed discrepancies in our joint accounts, small transfers to an unfamiliar account. 20 years as a finance manager meant these red flags were impossible to ignore. Instead of confronting Gregory, I began to investigate. What I found was worse than I'd imagined. He'd been siphoning money for over a year, whining and dining Cassandra, even looking at beachfront property, all while telling me we needed to tighten our belts for retirement. And then there were the messages on his phone, plans for their new life, set to begin after Amelia's graduation. What Gregory had forgotten or never understood was that I was always 3 steps ahead. I remembered the prenup he'd insisted on to protect his future earnings. Ironically, it had a fidelity clause that would become his undoing. While he plotted, I built my case. Attorneys, documentation, evidence, divorce papers, timed perfectly to serve the morning of graduation. Before he could make his grand announcement, I didn't return to the restaurant. Instead, I drove to our home, the one Gregory had already promised Cassandra, according to texts he never thought I'd see. The family photos, the antique clock, the worn leather couch, everything was the same. And yet, nothing was. Gregory's suitcases were already packed, hidden in the closet, ready for his departure. He'd always been predictable about the small things, careless about the important ones. My phone buzzed with messages. "Amelia, even Gregory's sister Diana. I replied only to Amelia. I'm okay. This isn't your burden. Enjoy your graduation. We'll talk tonight. I love you. I'd protected her from the truth for months. She would be angry, but she'd understand. Hours later, Gregory stormed in, the envelope clutched in his hand. What's the meaning of this? Divorce papers, today of all days. I thought it aligned nicely with your plans, I replied. You wanted to start your new life. I'm helping with the transition. The prenup expired years ago, he sneered. I smiled. Actually, it didn't. Section 12. The fidelity clause remains for the duration of the marriage. Your lawyer should have told you. Oh, wait, you didn't consult one, did you? His face paled. The prenup he'd wanted to protect himself would cost him everything. The house, our retirement, the vacation property. His grand public gesture had become the most expensive announcement of his life. You can't do this to me, he pleaded. We built this life together. And you chose to end it, I replied, though not in the way you planned. His phone buzzed, Cassandra no doubt wondering why their plan was unraveling. You're always calculating, Bianca. This is cold. Perhaps you never really knew me, I said, just as I never truly knew you. He tried a different tack, softer this time. 28 years. Doesn't that mean anything? Our history meant everything to me, I said, which is why your betrayal hurt so much. He tried to justify, to minimize. I played a recording, his own voice, plotting the public announcement, discussing our money. He turned white. You recorded me. Not illegal in Georgia, Gregory. Not in your own home. He was desperate, angry. What about Amelia? He asked. Don't you dare use our daughter as a shield, I snapped. You weren't thinking of her when you planned your new life. He groaned at another message. Cassandra at the apartment, wondering where he was. The lease you signed last month, I reminded him. It never went through. The agent called our home phone. I handled it myself. I left, telling him he had until tomorrow to collect his things. After that, the locks would be changed. At Diana's house, a cozy bungalow filled with books and potted plants, she welcomed me with a hug and a glass of wine. I never thought Gregory would make a spectacle like that, she said. It was meant to humiliate me, I replied. A public rejection, so I couldn't fight back without seeming hysterical. She asked about the envelope. I explained. Divorce, evidence, the prenup. Diana laughed. The irony is delicious. Amelia called, her voice strained. Dad is telling everyone you've lost your mind. He's saying horrible things. Let him talk, I said. The truth will come out. Amelia arrived soon after, her graduation dress wrinkled and her makeup streaked. Why didn't you tell me? She asked. I didn't want to ruin your final semester, I explained. You worked so hard for this day. Well, Dad ruined it anyway, she sniffed. Diana poured more wine. My phone buzzed, my attorney reporting that the emergency filing had been approved. The accounts Gregory had been hiding were frozen. He now had just enough for basic expenses. No more beachfront property, no more luxury cars. Suddenly, the doorbell rang. Diana returned, her face troubled. It's Gregory and Cassandra. I braced myself as they entered. Cassandra looked uneasy. Gregory, furious. Bianca, unfreeze the accounts. You're being unreasonable. Amelia stood protectively in front of me. Maybe you should have tried being reasonable before announcing you were leaving Mom on my graduation day. This doesn't involve you, Gregory snapped. Doesn't involve me. Amelia shot back. You blew up our family today. Cassandra tried to intervene, but cracks were already showing between them. I think you both should leave, Diana said firmly. Gregory pleaded with Amelia, but she cut him off. Please leave, Dad. I can't look at you right now. Gregory and Cassandra departed, the unity of their plan dissolving before my eyes. The preliminary hearing was swift. Gregory's lawyer tried to contest the prenup, but the judge upheld it. Section 18. Duration is for the term of the marriage plus any legal proceedings. No expiration. The judge ordered the accounts frozen, the house in my name, and the infidelity clause enforced. Gregory left the courtroom shaken. Word spread quickly through our circle. Some friends offered support. Others sought gossip. I maintained my dignity, saying only, Gregory and I are separating. These things happen. Meanwhile, his carefully crafted facade crumbled. The beachfront property deal collapsed. The luxury car was canceled. And Cassandra, learning the truth about Gregory's finances, moved out within weeks. I began building the consultancy I'd always dreamed of, helping women in transition, specializing in financial security through life changes. My first clients were women facing their own divorces. The work was fulfilling in a way my corporate job never had been. The final divorce hearing fell on what would have been our 29th anniversary. Gregory looked haggard. His business was struggling without my guidance, and Cassandra was long gone. The judge upheld every term of the prenup. Gregory left with little more than his personal effects and a depleted account. I kept the home, retirement, and the lion's share of investments. As we left, Gregory approached me quietly. I made a terrible mistake. Is there any chance we could... No, I said gently but firmly. That door is closed. For once, he understood. 6 months later, my consultancy was thriving. I'd moved into a larger office now and hired 2 associates. Amelia, now working in Charleston, visited often. You're helping people at their lowest moments, she told me. You're amazing, Mom. I smiled, finally feeling whole. The envelope I'd handed Gregory hadn't just been my escape plan. It was the key to a door I'd never known existed. Behind it, I found not only revenge, but reinvention. In securing my future, I'd reclaimed something far more valuable, myself.